So lately I've been on a very methodical schedule as far as meditation is concerned. And today's subject was a little bit more about like just being present in the moment and grounded. And I had some fun actually recording that video because a chicken came up. You know, it was a rooster, came up to me and just kind of was hanging out with me. I don't know. It came up real close. I think it was looking for some feed, but I didn't have anything to feed it but rice cakes. It was really a great time I had today, and I decided to come off to get myself a new suit. And I've been on this pretty amazing, like, methodical regimen of meditation. Yeah, I really feel the difference. You know, it's not that I'm not centered usually, because I usually am, but it's more about like non-reactive, you know. On the way here, I was actually going the speed limit. I usually drive the speed limit, but the guy behind me wasn't too happy about it. And you know, he's beeping the horn, come on, motherfucker. So next thing you know, he passes me, and I'm like, hey, good, like, it's not the end of the world, you know what I mean? I'm sorry that you're late wherever you're going, but it's like, you know, don't kill us both in the process. And people tend to forget that. They get caught in the moment, and that's the beauty. Like, meditation gets you to look at life from, you know, the grand perspective. And if you really think about it, today was just one day, and that was just one moment out of many years and months and weeks that we have in our life. And then who knows what's after this? You know, there may be an afterlife. But, you know, for this guy to get that caught up just because I was, in his mind, going slow on the road, you know, I was able to empathize with him. And that's the beauty. Because it's like I didn't react. He was just in a stressed moment. Maybe the guy's a nice guy. And if I met him in a different situation, you know, he and I might actually get along really well. And I smiled. And he could see out of the rearview mirror, he saw me smiling, and it changed everything. Because he thought I was going to be like, fuck you, you know, like, dude, you know, I grew out of that years ago. Unless I've got to protect someone, like my loved ones or something, I'm not going to, like, get all stressed out. You know, these days I pick and choose my fights, I pick and choose my battles. And meditation helps you with that. Caw-caw! Breakup where you feel like you're like in the center of this mess and you're just getting hit from every angle, and this was just coming at me all at once. Living from the end result. Today, we're going to talk about grounding ourselves in the present and a little more about meditation. When you train yourself to be present in the moment, you're basically removing a need to be run by biological drives or external social impulses. It makes you the center of your universe, the character of your own movie, and it's really just like takes the pressure off from achieving certain life goals and allows you to just kind of like take your time and enjoy the process. Meditation also removes you from the cycle of seeking validation from anyone at any time until you finally realize that that peace and validation needs to come from deep within yourself. And basically, it helps you never be so concerned so much about the past that you don't forget about the present. And that's what we want to talk about today. Your life is precious, and the only way to experience it in all its glory is through a mind that is present in the moment right here and now. So being present really is more about being in tune and in touch with your senses. It's more about like what you're feeling and what you're saying, and most importantly, what other people are experiencing for what you're putting out. The truth is, you are exactly where you need to be. And whatever that's happened in the past, good or bad, is only good or bad through the interpretation that you make in your own mind. And the reason why the present moment is so powerful is because it's really the only thing that exists. We have to remember, the past is gone. I mean, it's really gone. The future is not here yet. So all our potential, everything we could ever need or want or create is right here, right now. And in order to live in the moment 100%, you have to become like a child again. You see, children feel their emotions in the moment. They work through them in real time and then just move past them. Problems occur when we become adults, and our minds become like tape recorders, and we hold on to past events, and we do this in a way, an attempt to like replay them, because we either want to like avoid it from happening again, or we're looking for another opportunity to get it right. It's a subconscious cyclical process that a lot of people do. But you see, awareness in and of itself can sometimes help and be curative. So how do we live in the right here, right now? Well, if you haven't noticed, I tend to talk a lot about meditation. And the reason for this is because meditation is like an exercise for the mind that allows you to strengthen your ability to live right here in the moment. And the beauty about this is you can meditate anywhere. Not driving, but you can meditate like on a park bench while reading. You can do it on the bus or while cleaning or doing like daily tasks. The feelings of presence you get from meditation can bleed into all the other areas of your life. And you'll not only feel more relaxed with less cortisol spikes throughout the day, but you'll also tap into like greater mind power, which allows you to go further faster in less time. One of the best meditations that I've used is from a man called Roy Masters. Just look him up on YouTube and do like his meditation, his daily meditation thing, like once or twice per day.
Okay. Usually the water was like really thin, so inhaling. Yes.
As far as grounding yourself is concerned, a lot of people speculate the earth has like an energy or a prana or an aura about it that we as humans really need to feel on a daily basis, but we don't. And if we're always wearing shoes and we're on the go and driving on roads and these kind of things, we can't always connect to that energy. So the best thing you can do in order to connect to the earth's energy is to get up every morning, early in those strong spiritual hours, take your shoes off and put your feet in the soil. Yes, I'm talking about taking both your feet and putting them both flat on the ground in dirt first thing in the morning before you start your day. Just feel that energy come up through your body. This can really change your life.
Treat myself at Express. Not bad, got some new shoes, met some new friends. Yep, Christmas is coming. It's like 4 days from Thanksgiving 2007. Long way down. So had some new friends. My girl Patricia over there at Express. I was talking to her for a while and telling her about my day, and she was telling me about her boyfriend, and she's happy with him. And you know, she was a real good-looking girl, and you could tell at first she thought I was trying to hit on her, and that wasn't the case. I just kind of wanted to see past all that, and I wanted to talk to her as a person, like one-to-one, and just show her, hey, you know, I'm not a guy that's just going to try to hit on you. Although her and I, you know, from the outside it might look like I was trying to like get to know her in that way, because we were kind of like on the same level as far as that's concerned. But in reality, I was just kind of there for the person there. You know, it's not that she was a beautiful girl, and I'm sure she got hit on all the time. And you could tell initially she was somewhat elusive because she thought that maybe that's what that was. And as I continued talking to her, she kind of could tell that, you know, my intentions. I was asking about her boyfriend and where she met him and whether or not she was happy, and just, you know, little tips and pointers about girls and how girls think and that kind of thing, because women basically, they fascinate me. The difference between genders is just, to me, that's fascinating. And there is really a new science out there, and it's called sexology. And basically what it entails is the idea that there's male and female energies. And we all know about this, and if you go deeper into it, it's not a philosophy, it's actually something that's proven. And if you go deeper into it, you'll find that, you know, each relationship really has a role. There's the male role, and then there's the female role. And whenever those roles are crossed, typically that's when people have issues, because it ruins the polarity in between the two. And I had just a great day, just shopping today. I saw Santa.
So today what I want to share with you is one of the most shocking experiences I've ever been through in my life. Like, it was really, really shocking. It was a breakup I went through some years ago, probably with one of the most closest girls I've ever been with in my life. We were together for some time, and we broke up exactly when a lot of other things were happening in my life, and I was getting hit from like every single angle at that point. And it was just really, really shocking. So while this was happening, I was having these experiences where I'd wake up in the middle of the night and it'd feel like my head was just like spinning off my body. Like literally somebody was just like punching me in the head over and over. I don't know if you ever had that strange experience before after a breakup, where you feel like you're like in the center of this mess and you're just getting hit from every angle. And this was just coming at me all at once. So this was really, really shocking. And what I found is that after it, and after all was said and done, it was kind of like walking around in a bit of a nightmare for a number of months. Like this nightmare that just would not end. You know, you'd wake up and it's almost like the whole world exploded and no one else could tell but you. It's almost like a nuclear bomb went off and nobody could tell but you. And it was interesting because, you know, you go through this and you slowly pull it back together. What's even weirder is since that's happened, it's almost like my brain kind of like works differently now. I almost feel like a different person. It's almost like the person that I was before this is dead, or the remnants that was actually positive are still there, and what's negative is not, which is good. And what I find very interesting is, you know, I like what's happened so much that it actually disturbs me that other people don't have the privilege to go through these kind of traumatic situations. And I know a lot of people have been through breakups and these kind of things, but I've been through an awful lot. We're talking helicopter crashes, you know, 3 weeks critical at the Bridgeport burn unit, these kind of things. It's almost as if every time I got close to my dreams and goals, it would fall on its face over and over again. And if you've ever read the book Anti-Fragile, you find that like systems actually benefit from disorder. Chaos creates disorder, and then the systems basically recreates itself in a more organized fashion in order to be adaptive. So one of the things I've realized, like even for yourself, what I'm trying to teach here with this motivational stuff is I'm actually trying to trigger you to have these chaotic and traumatic and shocking experiences. Turn it into a situation where your brain actually reorders itself so that it can clear it away and turn it into a much better situation.